let's see, I can't remember, is it F8, I think? If you push, I think it's F8, that might activate your video, your camera.
Okay. Let me, because I have it on my smartphone.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's fine. Well,
Oh wait, is that better?
perfect. There you go. All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Garcia.
Good afternoon.
All right. Did you watch the video advisement?
Yes.
Okay, good. In this case, I have a document that alleges that on, looks like December 11th of 2020, shortly before midnight, in the area of 104th and Highway 2, it's alleged that you failed to yield while making a left turn. Do you understand what it is you're accused of doing?
Yes.
All right. The city attorney says that you want to set this case over to give you a chance to speak to an attorney prior to entering into a disposition. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. We'll set this case for a pretrial conference. When you leave the meeting, my clerks will contact you and provide you a new court date and time in about 30 days. Also, when you're communicating with them, if you ask them, they can provide you copies of the police officer's notes or the reports related to your case so that you have those available with you when you consult with an attorney, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and so then when you leave the meeting, my clerks will give you the new court date and time. They may not get to it today. It may not be before Friday because we're dealing with some technical issues here. But as soon as you get that information, during your exchange with them, ask them for the police reports and they'll provide those to you. And then they'll send you the notice of the new court date and time. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
All right, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
Okay. Leave the meeting.
Yeah, there should be a button there for that. Ryan Carter, if you would unmute, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. All right, I have, first, did you watch the video advisement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to be going over some of those things with you in just a minute. I have a document that indicates that you're pleading guilty to the charge of, oh, I'm sorry, there's a mistake on your paperwork. I'll fix it, have it fixed really quickly, just a sec. It says, though, that you're going to be pleading guilty to the added reduced charge of improper lane use, a 3-point violation, which occurred on or about December 20th of 2020 at 2:45 in the afternoon in the area of 15800 East 96th Avenue here in Commerce City. In exchange for pleading guilty to this added charge, the original speeding charge will be dismissed. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, in terms of the video advisement, do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this added reduced charge, you're waiving your right to be represented by an attorney in this case?
Correct. Yes,
You're
sir.
also waiving your right to be presumed innocent of the original charge unless and until the city attorney is able to establish your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt at trial, because by pleading guilty to this reduced charge, you're waiving your right to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're giving up your rights to confront and cross-examine any witnesses that the city attorney would call in support of the original charge against you. You're giving up your right to present evidence on your own behalf, including calling witnesses on your own behalf. And if your witnesses would not appear in court voluntarily, to have the court issue subpoenas for you free of charge, which could then be used by you to have your witnesses ordered to appear on the date of your trial. You're giving up your rights during the course of the trial to testify or to remain silent. And if it was your choice to remain silent, the fact that you did so could not and would not be used against you to establish your guilt. If at the end of the trial you were found guilty of the original charge, you would have the right to appeal that conviction to a higher court. Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you're waiving all of those trial and appeal-related rights?
Yes.
Give me one sec. Carmen, have Brian add the reduced charge to that document, please. They're both there. The speeding is what he's dismissing, and the charge he's adding is written there. All right, back to you, Mr. Carter. Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this added charge against your will?
No.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No.
Then to the added reduced charge of improper lane use, a 3-point violation on December 20th of 2020 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will accept your guilty plea. What month is your birthday in?
July?
That's a 7? Okay, give me a second. The police officer's handwriting is a bit challenging. And let's see if it got entered correctly. Nope. All right. That's okay. I'm going to need to fix Mr. Carter's date of birth. I'm going to make a note on the bottom. Okay, you have a good driving record. Your schedule fine's $160. Based on your driving record, yeah, that's more than 5 years ago. I can drop your fine all the way down to $100 plus surcharges and court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to be in contact with you, telling you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so we're having some technical issues here in the city, so my clerks may not be able to get back to you this afternoon, and maybe not even tomorrow while our IT people are dealing with it. But certainly by Friday, they'll give you be in contact with you, give you the information. And again, if you need a payment plan, just let them know. They'll work on that with you. Okay?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're free to leave the meeting.
Have a great day.
You too.
Judge, real quick, I'm here on Santiago. I just need to call Mr. Santiago, make sure he's advised and make sure I have plea authority. So if the court is ready to call that, could we pass that for about 5 minutes?
Yeah, in fact, I was about to find out because obviously your name came up, but I don't have Mr. Santiago on Zoom yet. So you're going to do it without his appearance?
Yes, I was hoping to. I just need to get plea authority. Would it be okay if I shut off my video and mute myself while I get plea? Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Judge.
Uh-huh. Miguel, as soon as the trial person, Mr. Trujillo, shows up, let's find out if there's the need for an interpreter, and if there isn't, then you're free to go, okay? Now, I just don't know if he's going to bring a witness with him that's Spanish only or not. Who's he on the phone with? Brian. Is he talking to the trial? Yeah, I know. He's getting, permission from his client to accept the plea. But now I can't, oh, here it is. It's right on top. Who's Lorado on? Oh, okay. See, we don't print the attorneys on this. Right. What are you looking for? I just looked at it. It was fine on full court. Oh, okay. It is. His is. Is that the guy I just did? I showed his most recent ticket was like 3 years ago, though. Okay. Or 2015, right, 5 years. So I gave him a reduction. It was more than 5 years ago. Miguel, the young man that was here this morning, the other interpreter? I'm sorry? Say it again. How do you spell it? Oh, Felix. That's what I thought it was. And that's what I called him. And then I was thinking to myself, maybe I've got him confused, but okay, no, I had it right. we still haven't figured out a good way to do it with you all by Zoom. We're gonna have to create if this keeps up for much longer, we'll have to create a better system than having you sit next to me while we do this. Well, that's the problem is right now with the prosecutor having two different workstations with two computers, all of the computers that we have are out for our department. We didn't budget for another extra computer. And I was right, the guy this morning was Felix.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Mr. Lorado, if you would go ahead and unmute.
Hi, good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. All right. Let's see. Where's my file? This is a brand new ticket. I'm sorry, Mr. Lorado. We're on the record in case number 304627 regarding Kristen Smith. Go ahead and make your entry.
Right, Judge Pete Lorado, registration number 28273, on behalf of Ms. Smith.
All right. And you're waiving her appearance for today's purpose?
Yes, Judge, you waive any further advisement.
All right. Again, the document I have shows that there are two charges pending: driving without proof of insurance and speeding 57 in a 45 zone on November 24th of 2020. And scheduled for arraignment on today's date. And I have a note that says you want this matter set over for a pretrial conference. Is that correct?
Yes, that'd be correct. I'd like to get discovery and also the insurance that we provided apparently is a day off.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and set it over for a pretrial conference. Do you want to check your schedule and let me know what you look like in about 30 days?
Sure. Just give me a minute, please.
We could do February 24th or 25th.
Let's do the 24th. You want to do that in the afternoon?
Yeah, at 1:15.
All right, sir. That's perfect.
Okay, we'll send you a notice confirming the 24th of February at 1:15 for pretrial conference on this case. Thank you very much, Mr. Lorado. Is there anything else?
Yes, please, Judge. So Judge, you require cameras because I don't have a smartphone and I could buy one for my PC. Do you require that?
No.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, then. Take care. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye. Be right with you, Mr. Ziegler. All right, court's back on the record regarding case number 304409. George Santiago, looks like Busio.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Travis Ziegler, registration number 42554, appearing virtually on behalf of Mr. Santiago this afternoon. Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak with the city this afternoon. An offer was extended. I've had a chance to talk to Mr. Santiago. I've made sure that he's been fully advised and that he was comfortable moving forward. At this point, I have been given plea authority to enter into the proposed disposition.
Okay, give me just a moment. The proposed disposition I have is that if on behalf of Mr. Santiago, you enter a plea of guilty to the added reduced charge of improper lane use, a 3-point violation on November 20, looks like 9th of 2020 at about 4:25 in the afternoon in the area of 112th and Mobile Street here in Commerce City, the city attorney will dismiss the original speeding charge against him. Is that a correct statement of the proposed disposition?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're representing to the court, you have your client's authority to enter this plea on his behalf. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And you're waiving his appearance pursuant to 16-7202?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll forego any further reading and advisement. Then on behalf of Mr. Santiago, to the added reduced charge of improper lane use, a 3-point violation on November 29th of 2020 here in Commerce City, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. Anything by way of mitigation?
Your Honor, just that Mr. Santiago does have a pretty clean driving record. He's got a 2-point defective vehicle from 2019 and a 2-point from 2017. Other than that, no convictions on his motor vehicle record.
And Mr. Ziegler, just so that you know, some courts look at driving records and go back 2 years or 3 years. I go back exactly 1 for every moving violation within the calendar year. It's an aggravating factor. And then mitigation in terms of a driving record doesn't start unless they have a clean record for 5 years or more. So in your client's case, the 1 ticket from 2019 is too old, but it's recent enough that it doesn't create mitigation. So there's no aggravation, no mitigation based on his driving record. The most aggravating factor is obviously the amount of the speed over the speed limit he was going, but that's what sets the fine. The plea bargain is in mitigation as well. So give me just a minute while I do math here. So 120, 160, 200. His schedule fine's $240. I'm going to reduce this fine to $180 plus surcharges and court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerks will get in contact with you. They'll tell you what the total is, provide a stay of execution. If your client needs a payment plan, they can work out a payment plan on behalf of your client. I really can't go much lower because he's well over twice the posted speed limit for that area. Not a lot I can do for him.
Oh, understood, Your Honor, and I appreciate the court's time this afternoon, and I will disconnect and wait to hear more information.
Okay, and one thing, my clerks may not be able to get with you today. We're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty here, so they may not get to you until tomorrow or Friday at the latest, okay?
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, you're free to leave the meeting. Thank you. So that's everybody that we were going to see on Zoom anyway, right?
One more guy signed up, but we can't get a hold of him.
He would have been an add-on?
No, he was on 9 o'clock.
Did he register with a phone number?
Email.
Just email?
I called him.
Oh, you did?
Email's not set up.
Oh, okay. Which one was it?
Solomon? I'm putting in RLA.
Steve Solomon? No, that's okay. I don't want to do another e-ticket. There's too many screens. All right, well, I'm not going to bail out of the meeting yet, then I'll just reduce it. I'm sorry?